In the quiet moments as the day draws to a close, we find ourselves at a crossroads of reflection and growth. Throughout history, some of humanity's greatest minds have recognized this sacred time, the evening hours, as a gateway to profound personal transformation. The ancient Stoics, in particular, understood that these precious moments held the key to building an extraordinary life, one careful reflection at a time. Welcome to our exploration of the Stoic Evening Review, a practice that has transformed countless lives across millennia, and today holds more relevance than ever in our fast-paced, distraction-filled world. Together, we'll unlock the secrets of this powerful practice that Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus used to cultivate wisdom, resilience, and inner peace. Imagine for a moment, you've just completed another busy day. Like most people, you might be tempted to simply fall into bed or lose yourself in the endless scroll of social media. But what if these final hours held the potential to revolutionize your growth, enhance your decision-making, and dramatically improve your quality of life? What if the ancient Stoics had discovered a method so powerful that it could transform your everyday experiences into stepping stones toward excellence? The Evening Review isn't just another self-improvement technique, it's a profound journey into self-discovery and personal mastery. As Seneca wisely noted, each day acquires something that will fortify you against poverty, against death, indeed against other misfortunes as well. The Evening Review was his daily fortress-building ritual, and today it can be yours. Let's begin by understanding why this practice holds such transformative power. Our minds naturally process experiences, but without structured reflection, we miss countless opportunities for growth and learning. The Stoics recognized that intentional evening reflection serves multiple crucial purposes. It helps us process our emotional responses, evaluate our actions against our principles, identify patterns in our behavior, and set meaningful intentions for the future. Think of it as your personal board meeting with yourself, a time when you step back from being the protagonist of your life story to become its wise observer and thoughtful director. This shift in perspective alone can create profound changes in how you approach your daily challenges and opportunities. Marcus Aurelius demonstrated this practice beautifully in his Meditations, which began as his personal evening reflections. He wrote, "Every evening, let your mind become a tribunal." This wasn't merely about listing the day's events. It was about deep, honest self-examination that led to genuine growth and improvement. The modern world presents unique challenges that make this practice even more vital. We're constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and demands for our attention. Our minds rarely get the chance to process, integrate, and learn from our experiences. The Evening Review creates a crucial space for this essential mental and emotional digestion. But before we dive into the specific methods and techniques, let's address a common misconception. The Stoic Evening Review isn't about harsh self-judgment or dwelling on mistakes. Instead, it's about creating a compassionate, objective space for self-discovery and improvement. As Epictetus taught, we should examine our impressions like a night watchman examining travelers at a city's gates, not to reject them all, but to verify their nature. The power of this practice lies in its systematic approach to personal growth. Rather than leaving our development to chance or waiting for life-changing moments, we actively create them through daily reflection. This consistent, intentional practice builds what I call the wisdom bridge, connecting our experiences to our understanding to our actions, and our actions to our character. Consider this: every day contains countless moments of potential wisdom. Without reflection, these moments slip away like water through our fingers. But with the Stoic Evening Review, we learn to capture these precious drops of experience and distill them into pure wisdom that can guide our future actions. As we explore this transformative practice together, I'll share with you the exact methods used by the ancient Stoics, adapted for our modern context. You'll learn how to create a personal evening ritual that not only enhances your self-awareness, but also accelerates your personal growth in ways you might never have imagined possible. The journey we're about to embark on isn't just about learning a new technique. It's about fundamentally changing how you process and learn from life itself. Through the Stoic Evening Review, you'll develop what the ancients called prosoche, a state of constant attention to the self that leads to genuine transformation. In the following segments, we'll explore the specific components of an effective evening review, common pitfalls to avoid, and practical techniques to maximize its benefits in your life. We'll examine how this practice can improve your decision-making, strengthen your relationships, enhance your emotional intelligence, and help you build unshakable inner peace. But first, let's understand the fundamental principles that make this practice so powerful, and why the specific timing of evening reflection holds such unique potential for personal growth. The end of the day provides a natural pause, a moment when the world quiets down and we can finally hear the whispers of our inner wisdom. The transformative power of the evening review lies in its systematic approach, and now we'll explore exactly how to conduct this practice effectively. The ancient Stoics developed a remarkably sophisticated method that we can adapt for our modern lives without losing its essential wisdom. Let's begin with the first crucial component, creating the right environment. The Stoics understood that physical space influences mental space. Find a quiet corner where you won't be disturbed. Put away your phone. Yes, completely away, not just on silent. Marcus Aurelius didn't have to contend with Instagram notifications, and neither should you during this sacred time. This physical ritual of creating space signals to your mind that it's time for something important. Now, let's dive into the actual practice. The Stoic Evening Review consists of several key elements, each serving a specific purpose in your personal growth. The first is what I call the observer's panorama, a careful review of the day's events from a position of objective awareness. Imagine you're watching a film of your day, but instead of being caught up in the emotions and reactions, you're observing with gentle curiosity. Start with a simple question. What events today carried the most emotional weight? Notice how your body responds as you recall these moments. Did your shoulders tense during that difficult meeting? Did your heart rate increase when you received that unexpected news? These physical responses are valuable data points, showing you where your practice needs attention. The next phase involves what Seneca called measuring oneself. Ask yourself, how did I respond to today's challenges? Where did I show strength? Where did I fall short of my ideals? But remember, this isn't about harsh judgment. The goal is understanding, not self-condemnation. As Epictetus taught, if you've done something wrong, you need not tear your hair out in remorse. Just resolve not to do it again. This leads us to a crucial aspect of the evening review, the identification of patterns. Our days may seem unique, but they often contain recurring themes, challenges, and opportunities. Perhaps you notice you consistently lose your composure around certain people, or specific situations trigger unnecessary anxiety. These patterns are gold mines of self-knowledge, pointing directly to areas ripe for growth. Think of each day as a laboratory experiment in living well. Your evening review is the analysis phase, where you examine the results and refine your approach. Did your morning meditation help you stay calmer during that stressful presentation? Did skipping lunch make you more irritable in afternoon meetings? These insights are invaluable for optimizing your daily practices. Let's talk about a particularly powerful technique within the evening review, the reverse engineering of excellence. When you handle a situation well, don't just celebrate it, analyze it. What conditions enabled your success? What mindset were you in? What preparations had you made? This positive analysis is just as important as learning from mistakes, yet it's often overlooked. The evening review also serves as a bridge between your present and future self. After examining the day, take a moment to set intentions for tomorrow. But not just any intentions. The Stoics advocated for what I call principled preparation. Rather than simply planning tasks, prepare your mind for potential challenges. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." This isn't pessimism, it's practical wisdom. By anticipating challenges, you're less likely to be thrown off balance when they arise. You're preparing your mind to respond with virtue rather than react from habit. This forward-looking aspect of the evening review transforms it from a mere reflection tool into a powerful instrument for proactive personal development. Now, let's address the practical challenges you might face in establishing and maintaining this practice. The first and most common obstacle is consistency. Our modern lives are unpredictable, and energy levels fluctuate. The solution? Start small. Even 5 minutes of focused reflection is infinitely better than no reflection at all. Remember, the Stoics valued quality over quantity in all things. Another challenge is maintaining objectivity. We all have blind spots, and it's easy to fall into patterns of either harsh self-criticism or complacent self-justification. This is where the Stoic technique of role reversal becomes invaluable. Ask yourself, if a friend came to me with this situation, what advice would I give them? This simple shift in perspective often brings remarkable clarity. The depth of your evening review will naturally vary. Some days might yield profound insights, others might feel more routine. The key is maintaining the practice regardless of immediate results. As Epictetus reminded his students, drop by drop is the water pot filled. Each review, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributes to your long-term growth. Let's explore some advanced techniques for those ready to deepen their practice. One powerful method is what I call value-action alignment analysis. Each evening, choose one core value, perhaps justice, courage, or wisdom, and examine how your actions throughout the day aligned with this value. This focused approach prevents the review from becoming superficial and helps you progressively embody your principles. Another advanced technique is the ripple effect reflection. Consider how your actions and decisions affected others. Did your morning kindness to a colleague create a chain of positive interactions? Did your impatience with a family member cast a shadow over their day? This broader perspective helps develop what the Stoics called cosmopolitan awareness, understanding our interconnectedness with others. The evening review can also be enhanced through journaling. While mental reflection is valuable, the act of writing adds another dimension to the practice. It forces clarity of thought and creates a record of your journey. As Seneca demonstrated through his letters, the written word has a unique power to crystallize wisdom and track progress over time. But what about those days when everything seems to go wrong? These are actually the most valuable opportunities for the evening review. The Stoics taught that adversity is the greatest teacher, and a challenging day provides rich material for growth. On such days, focus your review on identifying the specific moments where you lost your center and exploring alternative responses for the future. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even the great Stoic teachers had their struggles. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, repeatedly wrote about his ongoing battles with anger and impatience. The evening review isn't about achieving some idealized state of wisdom. It's about continuous, mindful improvement. As we move toward integrating this practice into our modern lives, let's explore how technology can either help or hinder our evening review. While the ancient Stoics used wax tablets, we have digital tools at our disposal. However, choose these tools carefully. A simple notes app might be more conducive to reflection than an elaborate journaling platform full of distractions. The evening review can also be adapted to different life circumstances. For parents with young children, it might need to happen during a quiet moment after bedtime. For those working night shifts, it could be performed at the end of their active hours. The timing is less important than the regularity and sincerity of the practice. One particularly powerful aspect of the evening review is its ability to improve our relationships. By examining our interactions with others, we develop greater emotional intelligence and interpersonal wisdom. Notice patterns in your communications, identify triggers in your relationships, and discover opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. The practice also has profound implications for professional growth. Many successful leaders attribute their development to consistent self-reflection. The evening review helps you identify patterns in your decision-making, improve your strategic thinking, and develop greater presence and impact in your work relationships. Let's address a common concern. What if I discover things about myself I don't like? This fear often holds people back from deep self-reflection. The Stoic response is both practical and compassionate. Awareness is the first step toward change. As Epictetus said, it is impossible to begin to learn that which one thinks one already knows. Your evening review is a safe space to acknowledge areas for improvement without judgment. The practice can also reveal positive patterns you might not have noticed. Perhaps you're more resilient than you give yourself credit for. Or maybe your natural empathy has a stronger positive impact on others than you realized. These discoveries are just as valuable as identifying areas for improvement. As we conclude our exploration of the Stoic Evening Review, remember that this practice is more than just a self-improvement technique. It's a pathway to a more conscious, intentional life. Through regular evening reflection, you develop what the Stoics considered the greatest power: the ability to respond rather than react, to choose rather than be driven by habit, to grow continuously rather than stagnate in comfortable patterns. Your evening review practice will evolve as you do. Start where you are, be patient with the process, and trust in the wisdom of this time-tested practice. As Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The evening review is your daily opportunity to align your actions with your highest aspirations. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. Tonight, as you prepare for rest, take a few moments for reflection. Notice what arises without judgment. Let this be the beginning of your practice. In time, you may find that these quiet moments of evening reflection become the cornerstone of your personal growth and inner peace. The Stoics understood that true change happens not in dramatic moments, but in the quiet, consistent practice of self-reflection and intentional living. Through the evening review, you have the opportunity to transform ordinary days into extraordinary growth, one reflection at a time. The wisdom of the ages is available to you each evening. All you need to do is pause, reflect, and learn. As we end this episode, I encourage you to begin your own evening review practice tonight. Start simply, be patient with yourself, and trust in the process. The ancient Stoics have left us this invaluable tool for personal transformation. Now it's up to us to use it wisely and well. Until next time, remember that every evening brings a new opportunity for growth. Every reflection brings new insight, and every insight brings you closer to your highest potential. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the Stoic Evening Review. May your reflections be deep, your insights be clear, and your growth be constant.